It's no secret Disney owns Marvel Studios, so whenever you watch a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, you're essentially watching a Disney movie. With that in mind, Marvel Studios are forced to operate under Disney rules. You might not believe some of them.
You know, I lucked out.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's the best way of keeping up to date with all of Screen Rant's great new videos. Fake scripts and windowless rooms. Fans are always wanting to know about MCU scripts prior to any given movie's release, but Disney makes sure even the actors who star in them can't give the game away. At this year's Seattle Ace Comic-Con, the Scarlet Witch herself, Elizabeth Olsen, revealed that to read a full movie script, every MCU actor must individually go into a dark, windowless room without their cell phone and complete the reading in one sitting.
I didn't make you.
Vision actor Paul Bettany also stated that because he has dyslexia, it takes him hours to read any given script. So when he read the Infinity War script, only to find out that it wasn't even real, he was understandably a tad bit frustrated.
I never want to work with these kids, but I'll get them there.
Maintain the Disney image. Disney requires all of their actors to maintain their clean image, and this definitely extends to the stars of the MCU. Disney has never hesitated to drop stars because of their public image or any negative publicity they create. So not only are background checks carried out before any MCU actors are hired, they also have to remain a superhero in real life afterwards.
I'm using your made-up names. Then I am Spider-Man.
They must be a person that children look up to, so they volunteer at children's hospitals, carry out charity work, and generally give back to the community. Recently, Marvel Studios celebrated its 10th anniversary by donating $800,000 to Make-A-Wish and $450,000 to Starlight Children's Foundation, emphasizing what they're all about under Disney's control.
We need to change people's perceptions about superheroes.
Release dates. If you've ever felt like the whole world seems to come to a standstill and focuses on whichever Disney-associated movie is out at any given time, you'd be right, because that's exactly how Disney are controlling you to feel. Disney won't allow more than one movie to be released on or around the same date, and that extends to Marvel Studios movies as well. MCU movies can't be released at the same time as any other movie under Disney's ownership, so a Disney movie like Beauty and the Beast, a Pixar movie like The Incredibles 2, or any Star Wars offering could never be released in the same month as an MCU title. The planned scheduling has resulted in massive box office numbers for the studio.
And it's actually pretty unbelievable.
No smoking. When it comes to making MCU movies, Disney enforces a very strict no smoking rule. How strict, you may ask? Well, we're not just talking about the cast and crew on set, we're talking about the fact that no smoking can even be depicted in an MCU movie. Nick Fury, for example, is a huge smoker in the comics, but you'll never see Samuel L. Jackson's character smoke in the MCU. Disney CEO Bob Iger has recently ensured that the smoking ban applies to Marvel, Lucasfilm, and Pixar movies, with the only exception to the ban being if smoking was an important part of the historical background of a real-life person being depicted on screen.
Sorry. What the hell was that?
Strict exercise and diet. If you're gonna play a Norse god or an elite spy, you need to look the part. Consequently, all major MCU actors go through intense training and dieting to maintain their physique in order to keep their role. It's far from a typical fitness routine, however. Chris Evans explained it best after filming his first Captain America movie. Evans said this was different. I'd be like, I need to vomit. I hate this trainer. I hate this movie. Working out sucked. Eating sucked even more. In a nutshell, MCU actors spend 2 hours a day in the gym and follow a strict diet of boiled chicken and dried oats.
Go ahead. Make a fool of yourself.
Disney Easter eggs and references. As part of the Disney family, the MCU must use its movies to promote Disney's other franchises. For example, Ultron singing Pinocchio's I've Got No Strings wasn't an accident.
I had strings, but now I'm free.
And neither are the multiple references to Star Wars in the form of characters losing limbs and hands in MCU movies. And there have been countless other Disney Easter eggs in MCU offerings. Disney also has the final say on any Easter eggs in MCU films. For example, they overruled an Easter egg that was intended to be featured in Infinity War. According to the Russo brothers, Steve Rogers' phone number was intended to be a real number that fans could call, and it would lead to a voice message left by the man himself. But Disney said no to that idea.
I'm Olaf.
Hi.
You're creepy.
No beheadings. Another rule MCU movies must follow in terms of their content is a strict no beheadings rule. It's understandably considered to be too extreme in terms of violence, so no Disney movie can show beheadings of any kind. In the past, certain Disney movies have featured characters who have been beheaded. In the past. The Headless Horseman in The Legend of Sleepy Hollow and Madame Leota from The Haunted Mansion, for example. But no human or human-like Disney character has ever been beheaded on screen. In the 10 years since the MCU began, we've never seen a human or human-like character lose their head. And if this ruling is maintained, we probably never will.
My man.
No DC movies. At the 2017 Supernova Comic-Con in Australia, MCU actor Chris Hemsworth, the God of Thunder Thor himself, revealed when he was speaking on a panel that it's actually illegal for Marvel Studios actors to appear in DC movies.
Kill Martha.
It means MCU actors must abide by a contract law known as the non-compete clause, meaning somebody contracted to a particular company can't also work for a competitor. The competition between the MCU and DCEU is right up there with Pepsi versus Coke, Ford versus General Motors, and McDonald's versus Burger King, so it only makes sense that each company would want to prevent their respective stars from cross-contaminating and working for the other.
Come on. Come on.
The Secret Van and Immediate Shoots. At this year's Ace Comic-Con, Scarlet Witch star Elizabeth Olsen revealed that stars of Avengers Infinity War didn't know anything about the movie's plot until they were all stuffed into a mysterious van and told everything all at once. Sebastian Stan, who plays Bucky Barnes, verified the story and joked that he didn't jump into the strange vehicle because he was raised better than that. Crazily, after the actors were given the details about the movie, they had mere seconds to shoot the scenes that they'd just been told about. Spider-Man actor Tom Holland said he didn't find out about his character's fate until Kevin Feige told him, and he immediately had to film his dusty demise.
Oh, maybe like a third string Avenger, yeah. I was one of the founding members, so yeah, thank you.
Actors on call. When an actor signs on for an MCU movie, they essentially sign on for a full-time job that puts them at the beck and call of Disney and any companies associated with Disney. Not only are actors obliged to say yes to appearances in any MCU movies they're asked to appear in, no matter where they are in the world, they must also be instantly available for any reshoots that need to be filmed. They must also travel internationally to do promotion when a movie is due to be released. And perhaps most surprisingly, they also have to report to any of the company's outside vendors. So whenever one of those vendors needs to put a particular actor in front of a green screen for a toy, video game, or product, the actor in question must oblige.
I feel like I'm on top of the world.